understanding what your love languages are, what speaks love into you, what makes you feel fulfilled, what brings things to you. So, breaking it down, there is acts of service, there's words of affirmation, there's physical touch, there's gifts, and then there's quality time. So, if in your life you feel fulfilled when somebody spends meaningful one-on-one intentional time with you where their attention is undivided and entirely and wholly on you, then your love language is primarily going to be quality time. If you love when somebody goes somewhere and picks up a little trinket and brings it back and then shares that trinket with you because it makes you feel like they thought of you even in your absence, then that might mean that your love language is gifts. If you love when you're sitting with somebody and they stroke your hair or they give you a back rub or they hold your hand or they hug you when they greet you, then this one's really obvious. Your love language is going to be physical touch. If you love when people boost you up and they talk about you and they tell everybody how awesome you are and they tell you you're awesome to your face, your love language might just be words of affirmation. And if you like when somebody does the chores, they wash the dishes, they do the laundry, they mow the lawn, or they clean out the car for you, or they stop for a car wash, then your love language might be acts of service. Now, if some more than one of those things resonated with you, you're totally normal. That's most people. We don't have one primary love language. We have multiple, and some of them are a little bit more dominant than others. So, take all of this with a grain of salt. It isn't that one is law and that's just the way that it is. For me, quality time is a good one. Physical touch is my primary. I love acts of service, but words of affirmation also feel like something really, really good. But gifts are icky to me. I don't like when people buy me gifts. I don't know how to act. It just feels weird. That's just the way that I am. So when we look at these love languages and what makes us feel like we are loved and like we belong, if you have a clearer identity of what those are, a clearer understanding of what those are to you, then you can go out into the world and you can find ways to fill your cup with those things. And this isn't necessarily doesn't mean to just go out into the world and ask people for these things, but you have relationships where, hey, if quality time is something that matters to you and that makes you feel fulfilled, if you spend quality time with somebody, go hang out with your friend or your dad or your mom or your siblings or your cousin or whoever, just anybody that's going to be able to fulfill you in a way where you're getting undivided attention from somebody without having to demand it from them. And I'm sure that you have somebody in your life that is true. And all you have to do is just reach out to that person and plan a date and then go on that date and have that date and do that thing. Even if it's a homie, who cares if it's a homie date, whatever, it is what it is. That's one way so you can start filling your cup.